Welcome to Mid-America Truck Sales, where customer satisfaction is our top priority. With over 40 years of combined experience, Joe and Brandon have been proudly serving Hastings and the surrounding communities. Whether you're looking for a top-quality pre-owned truck, trailer, or piece of equipment, we've got you covered. At Mid-America Truck Sales, we believe the buying process should be stress-free, simple, and yes, even fun. Our goal? To earn your trust and have you recommend us to your family and friends. Unmatched quality, unbeatable deals. Stop by today. We're located at 3300 UTEC Avenue, just behind Menards and Hastings. Or visit us online at midamericatrucksales.com.
Bloom into spring with Bob Sass flowers. Fresh flowers, bright colors, and new beginnings. Spring is here and so are our freshest blooms. From tulips to hydrangeas, bring the joy of the season into your home or gift a bouquet full of sunshine. We also carry home decor, gift items like candles, chocolates, silk arrangements, popcorn, and jewelry. Shop local at Bob Sass Flowers, located at 2618 West 2nd Street in Hastings, serving Hastings since 1955.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
If you're planning to build a new home or add an addition to your existing one, trust the experts at Gangwish Construction. From general contracting, basement pouring, to bathroom remodeling, concrete work, and deck building, they handle it all with precision and care. They take pride in doing the job right the first time, every time. Contact Jeff today at 402-460-0013 and experience quality craftsmanship with Gangwish Construction.
You are listening to Legion Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Back with you here on Extreme Sports 2. Tyson Aaronic, Marcus Metcalf with you. Johnson Imperial Homes Braves Baseball on the docket here as we get set for the first round for JIH in terms of the Legion Baseball Tournament. Technically round 2 as we get set to go Braves versus GI Dinsdale. And for the Braves, they will be the home team on the scoreboard in their red jerseys and white pants. For Grand Island Dinsdale, it is the blue and yellow hats with the all-white uniforms, white tops, white bottoms with the Dinsdale logo painted across the chest in yellow. And starting on the hill, on the bump here this afternoon for the JIH Braves, we'll see Quinn Simmons, and we'll get you the rest of the defensive alignment here for JIH and the batting order here for Dinsdale as we get rolling here this afternoon. But Marcus, as we mentioned, and we had an opportunity to catch up with Coach Story in the dugout, it's a brand new season, irregardless of the expectations coming into today, coming into the season. you still got to execute. You still got to play winning ball. And anytime you throw any of the Tri-Cities teams into the mix, it can be a pretty competitive afternoon of baseball.
Absolutely, and that's what makes it fun, right? And, anytime you get Hastings, Grand Island, or Kearney in a tournament with each other, it makes it for a fun atmosphere. And we have Quinn Simmons going around mound here for JIH. And I've seen Quinn a few times this year pitching on the mound. He's their ace. He's ready to go. I've seen Quinn, his best pitch is his fastball. If he can locate this thing properly and get some ground outs and some strikeouts, that JIH defense play well behind him, like Coach Story said in the pregame.
Again, pushing a little ahead of schedule here from the broadcast perspective. We had a game that ended earlier than anticipated in the Lexington-North Platte matchup, and then JIH actually did batting practice back in Hastings. They arrived a little bit later here at the ballpark doing some extra BP, so they said, why not? Let's go ahead and push up the starting time. So here we are, ready or not, we're ready for some baseball, albeit 15 minutes ahead of our announced plans, as Aiden Simmons throws that first pitch in there for a strike, and Aiden Schweiger unable to catch up to Simmons so far. He's gone heater back-to-back, and it has been blow it by a fastball so far here from Simmons. So he locks in here on the 0-2. Simmons winds and fires. And that one just outside. Beautiful Memorial Field in Kearney. The backdrop on a mostly sunny, partly cloudy afternoon here from Kearney. Hot and muggy. It is only in the mid-80s in terms of temperature-wise, but the real feel, it's 90s and probably on the field even a little bit warmer than that, Marcus. And so hydration going to be a key as Schweiger goes down on strikes and Quinn Simmons has his first strikeout of the ball game.
Yes, it's going to feel about 20 degrees warmer on that turf, especially that turf infield. It's like Duncan Field, turf infield, grass outfield, and we saw Simmons there. I said his fastball is his best pitch, and that's where he got his first strikeout on.
Coming in firing hot is Simmons there with the heater as we're off to a quick start here for the Braves. Jared Mack, the right fielder, now stepping up here for G.I. Dinsdale as he looks at a 1-0 count from Simmons. There's the off speed, and that is poked down the third base line, going to roll foul.
And I said it's pretty similar to Duncan, not as much room down the lines, but there is some room where you can chase a foul ball, but then you also got the bullpens down here. It's actually in play here.
Here comes the 1-1 from Simmons. High leg kick and fires. It's going to go on the outside corner. 2-1 count. Let's go ahead and quick look at the defensive alignment here for the JIH Braves. We've got Simmons on the bump. Battery mate Jackson Brooks behind the backstop. Up the middle, it's Clayton Arlt at short. Brennan Chris at second. As this ball is going to be hit towards Chris, and as we call his name, he makes the catch. Albeit with the center fielder crashing in. Taking a quick look at the outfield, Trenton Gott out in right. It's Owen Ablett out in center and Ian Cass in left field. Corner infielders, Peyton Drake at the hot corner and Gus Hamburger at first base. As it's now Landon Vosick stepping up to the plate, the catcher here for G.I. Dinsdale. 2 down here in the early goings, top of the first inning. You're just joining us, and again, if you're crashing in and saying, oh, I thought pregame was supposed to be fired. We're already top of the first inning again, slightly ahead of schedule here as it's a slow roller shortstop side, going to be fielded by Arlt, fired over to first in time. 6-3 put out, ends the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. Setting them down in order is Quinn Simmons, and the Braves are going to be coming up for their first plate appearance here of the A7 Juniors Tournament, which you are listening to exclusively on Extreme Sports 2.
Johnson Imperial Homes is a fifth-generation builder, building with quality in Central Nebraska since 1918. They offer a diverse background of contracting services, residential and commercial land development, residential and commercial construction, as well as commercial office and retail space solutions. Using their design, build, and customer-first approach, let them guide you through your next project from start to finish using quality materials, sound construction techniques, and unmatched client service. Johnson Imperial Homes, working for you yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab, 207 South Burlington, is the place for all your rehabilitation needs. PTSR offers a wide variety of services, including orthopedic, neurological, and sports injury rehabilitation. A certified hand specialist is available for the more delicate upper extremity injuries. Warm, aquatic therapy, and balance training is also available. PTSR has a strong industrial services division providing physical and functional capacity testing, as well as drug and alcohol screening. Please visit our website, ptsrhastings.com.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Back here with American Legion baseball coverage on Extreme Sports 2. Tyson Abronic with you. Braves coming to bat after a good first frame from Quinn Simmons as he sends G.I. Dinsdale down in order. And now time for the Braves to get to work. They will be going up against the pitcher for G.I. Dinsdale, who will be Xander Rivera, getting the start and being on the bump here. So Rivera is going to go to work here against this Braves lineup that will lead things off here with Trendon Degat, the right fielder for the JIH Braves. As we get set to take the first swings here in the area tournament. Postseason baseball underway on Extreme Sports 2, brought to you in part by Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab, Johnson Imperial Homes, also by Sustainable Seed. Degat out of the leadoff spot. So many familiar names, Marcus, from a state tournament team a year ago. Rarely do you see an opportunity for a juniors squad to return such talent from the Hastings High and Adams Central area, but that is what the Braves had as they poked into the this season, and that's had this coaching staff with some really high expectations.
And it also helps a lot of these kids do play high school baseball in the spring, and that really makes a difference in your summer season. Like I said, I've got 9 kids, I think we counted, that are coming back on this year's team that was here last year, and so pretty familiar group. This team knows about pressure situations in playoff baseball, so it's no different here in the Area 7 tournament.
2-1 count now to the leadoff hitter, Trendon Degat. Breaking ball that's going to go in there for a strike, and it's now 2-2.
Yeah, Rivera likes to kind of work his curveball and bowl the fastball because he's got a pretty good cannon there of a left arm here on the mound for Grand Island Dinsdale. We got a pop-up shallow in the infield, and he caught there by Owen Newman to record out number 1.
Newman with the first out for G.I. Dinsdale, as Brendan Chris will now head to the plate, getting out of the 2-hole here for the JIH Braves. Did you see who was playing first base for G.I. Dinsdale?
Yes, it is. And we got a nice bunt down there, the first base line from Brendan Chris. He's going to lay out easy.
Brendan Chris bunting. Little small ball tactics here from Nate Story as Chris is aboard via the bunt single. I was mentioning the first baseman for G.I. Dinsdale as I was looking, and I'm still kind of putting together the starting lineups here because of the early start. Heisman Trophy winner Johnny Rogers out over there at first base. I'm sure not related, but probably named. If the last name is Rogers in Nebraska, don't you just have to go Johnny with your son?
Oh, you have to. You have to. Even though it's spelled different too. I think Johnny, the Heisman Trophy winner Johnny Rogers had it was Rodgers, like how Aaron Rodgers is. Close, but you got to go Johnny. That's a perfect name.
So Johnny the Jets over there at first base as Clayton Arlt swinging away here, and he's going to dump one out into shallow center field. And after the bunt single from Brendan Chris and a little bloop single from Clayton Arlt, back-to-back base hits, and the Braves are in business here.
Small ball. And I won't be surprised. Well, you have Peyton Drake coming up here to clean up hitter for JIH, and this kid can put a bat on the ball in a hurry. That wind now has shifted more in from center field, so I don't think you're going to see one hit out today, unless you can get it below the wind like we've seen all spring long with the softball team at Hastings College. But I don't think today you're going to get one out. But Peyton Drake has the power to put one in the outfield as the first pitch to him comes in for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Peyton Drake.
High
delivery high and outside for ball 1.
High outside. Braves with 2 aboard here in the bottom of the first. So they'll try to strike first on G.I. Dinsdale. This baby's scheduled for 7. However, the run rule 8 after 5, which we have seen in kind of an overabundance of some of these earlier matchups, some run-ruled games. But given the amount of runs being produced. Not a lot of lengthy games here in this juniors tournament so far.
No, everything's been like either 5 innings and run rule, or maybe even a 6. I mean, from what I've seen so far in this tournament, Dinsdale with 13-1 win first round over Wesco, 7-0 win for Grand Island 5 points over North Platte, and Kearney Pinnacle 16-0 over Lexington. So everything's been kind of a shortened game as we get a 1-2 count here to Peyton Drake as the 1-2 pitch misses up for ball 2. Now it evens count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Winner of this game will continue to be a winner's bracket. We'll play at 7 o'clock here tomorrow night against the winner of either GI 5 points and Kearney Pinnacle Bank. As we get a fly ball shallows infield as the runner at second, that would be Chris.
Yep.
Thought he was going to see if he could steal one there, but I think the hit and run was on and he got caught there and get doubled off.
Tough break for JIH in the bottom half of the first inning as they run themselves into a base running error, and the Dinsdale Grand Island team taking advantage. Double play to end the threat here in the bottom of the first. 2 hits, no runs, no errors for JIH. We're going to the top half of inning number 2. You're listening to Braves Baseball here on Extreme Sports 2.
Since 1946, Cully Pipe and Steel continues to meet the pipe and steel needs of Greater Nebraska and Kansas. Cully Pipe and Steel is a one-stop shop for all of your pipe and steel needs. Cully Pipe and Steel stocks a wide variety of steel and plumbing products, from custom steel products to structural steel, rebar fabrication, steel fabrications, and retail and wholesale plumbing parts and fixtures. Remember Cully Pipe and Steel of Hastings. They're located at 405 West South Street and the plumbing showroom at 300 South Colorado in Hastings.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the #1 sports station because you make the phones light up.
Well, Braves threat ending early thanks to a double play. A pop fly, a hit and run was on. Brennan Chris getting doubled up over there at second. Back to the defense for JIH Braves as Simmons will go back to work after a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing contest here. You are joining us here in the top half of the second inning. Nicely running Marcus Metcalf along for some JIH Braves baseball.
We really do appreciate all of you that are tuning in here this afternoon, whether you're sitting on your couch across the state of Nebraska, maybe someone down in the state of Kansas, and I know you got some relatives in Illinois, I believe, you're listening today. Appreciate all of you as we get some JIH baseball here on a warm and muggy Saturday afternoon here in Kearney.
Listeners from around the globe, checking out some Braves baseball. First pitch swinging here for Emilio Romero, and he absolutely hammers this on the screws over the left fielder. Now bobbled a little bit out there in left from Cass, and Ian's going to toss her in, but that will be a stand-up double from Emilio Romero, the third baseman for Dinsdale, and he got all of that one, Marcus.
Yes, he did, and I mentioned that when they were coming in from kind of right center, and Romero plays that ball perfectly over the left fielder Ian Cass. So stand-up double here for GI Dinsdale as they're in business.
So that'll bring up Tyron Ray to the plate. Tyron Ray, the center fielder here for Dinsdale after a leadoff double. As Simmons is going to fire that one. Slow roller back to the pitcher, turns around, spins over to first for the out, 1 down. Romero goes over to third on the play. Owen Newman now set to head into the batter's box. He's the shortstop here, batting on the 6th hole for Dinsdale. As Simmons will try to shake off the leadoff double, but the would-be go-ahead run now at the bag. Way behind is Newman on that heater. And you got to think here kind of the bottom of the order. That might be the recipe for success for Simmons, as the 6th hole shows that cannot quite catch up to the speed here of Quinn as he fires that one over there for a strike. Took a little bit off of it. breaks across the inside part of the plate, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, that's the one thing with Quinn. He likes to get ahead early. Once he gets ahead, he can build a lot of confidence. He can be pretty dominant there on the mound.
Chopper, third base side. Fielded nicely from Drake over to first in time. 5-3 put out. Romero is forced to stay put at third. That's the exact place you don't want to put it if you're Owen Newman there for G.I. Dinsdale. And unfortunately, at third base side, that Romero had to stay put. And so G.I. Dinsdale off the scoreboard for the moment. 2 down here. And the would-be go-ahead run just 90 feet away.
I mean, that was a great play by Drake. That ball wasn't hit very hard, and Drake had to come in about halfway down the line and make that play. Great play by Drake as first pitch is fouled off.
DH up now, Josiah Gilbert for Grand Island Dinsdale, and flares that one foul out towards the parking lot area here at Memorial Field. Wind blowing in, by the way, as it's a slow roller to Simmons. Simmons, underhand flip over to first in time. A 1-3 put out. And the runner stranded at third for G.I. Dinsdale. No runs on one hit. There were no JIH errors. We're going to go to the bottom half of inning number 2. All knotted up at no runs apiece. It's Braves baseball, postseason baseball on Extreme Sports 2.
Have you checked the time lately? Good chance a Miletta Vista Winery is open. Hey, this is Mick with an update on our new hours. Tuesday through Sunday, we're open 11:30 to 3, and Fridays and Saturdays 11:30 till 9. Not sure what you want to enjoy when you get here? Well, Miletta Vista features award-winning wine, select beers, spirits, world-class foods, breathtaking views, and live entertainment. Visit MilettaVistaWinery.com. Check out our events page for music schedules and more. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. Make your reservations now at Miletta Vista Winery, located on Highway 281, just north of St. Paul.
This is Brad Musburger from VSiN. You're listening to Extreme Sports.
Tyson Ironic, Marcus Metcalf back with you here on Extreme Sports 2, JIH Braves Baseball. Brought to you in part by Bumgardner Dentistry, also by by Bob Sass Flour, and Ruts Heating and Air. As the Braves will go back to work here. Be Gus Hemberger, the first baseman. At the plate, Hemberger, Ablett, Stansberry. All due up here for the Braves. As Andrew Rivera going back to work here against this JIH lineup. 91 degrees now. We have crept out of the 80s. Real field temperature. Well, listen, I can tell you I was on the field. It's hot. I don't have the real feel in front of me. Winds are moving out of the east at about 8 miles per hour, gusting up to 12. Toasty out here at the yard.
It says it feels like 97.
That's too hot. Don't deal well with heat. Gus Hemberger at the plate. Owen Ablett in the on-deck circle. Pitch on the outside corner. Ooh, called a strike. Fun umpiring crew, by the way. Familiar faces, familiar names. Specifically, down the first baseline, he was the home plate umpire for the North Platte-Lexington game. We're talking about Jimmy Langen. He has graced us with his appearance at several Sunbusters games over at Duncan Field this year. And always love catching up with Jimmy Langen. So 3-2 pitch. Upcoming here for Gus Hemberger. After the Braves' top of the first ended in a double play rally killer, and this one's right back up the middle, and another base hit for the Braves. Hemberger deposits that one right back to where it came from, and Braves are in biz. Owen Ablett now stepping up to the plate. Let's get to the defensive alignment here for G.I. Dinsdale. Haven't got an opportunity to do that. Schweiger out in left, Mack in right. We mentioned Ray out in center. Vossig's doing the catching here. We've got Rivera pitching, as mentioned, up the middle. It is Jensen and Newman, And Romero at third base, Rogers at the first base bag. Not to be confused with Johnny the Jet Rogers. As it's an 0-1, slow foul ball there. Hit from Owen Ablett. Stansberry, Brooks, Cass. Rounding out the batting order here for the Braves. Here's the 0-1 delivery from Rivera. Changeup in there for a strike. Did you let in that fly?
I did not. I think you did, because I had the screen over here. I think you did.
Well, it's annoying.
Yes, it is.
0-2 delivery. Outside corner. Yeah, rung up. Frozen on the outside corner. Owen Ablett goes down on strikes. And that'll bring up Gavin Stansberry to the plate. Designated hitter here for the Braves.
You mentioned some familiar faces. Jimmy Lang down the first base line, now behind second base. Nate Williams, just coaches out there. And I also see some familiar faces in the stands. If you're following Hastings College baseball for many years, Coach Bovey in the house.
Heck yeah.
I think the man knows a little thing or two about baseball.
I think his son does too.
I think so.
That's the 1-0. In the Milwaukee Brewers farm system, of course, we're talking about the great Mike Bovey. Went over to play baseball for the UNO Mavericks and drafted in the second round 2 years ago for the Milwaukee Brewers. Has worked his way up to the AA ranks of the Biloxi Shuckers, which is one of the coolest names for a minor league baseball team, period.
See, in minor leagues, don't they?
Whoa!
You got a wild pitch there as Gus Hemmerger will easily trot over there, advance 90 feet I think that one got a little away a little bit from Rivera there.
Lost the handle on it, and he immediately says, "My bad," and he starts to wipe the sweat from the palm there, and yeah, just lost the grip on the baseball. That was interesting. Just a bit outside, as you would say, as this pitch is swung on. A nice hard cut there from Stansberry, but can't get around on it, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that fly's going to drive us home nuts here in a minute. Yeah, hot and sticky day, so it's easy for that arm and hand to get sweaty and lose control of baseball. So as a 2-2 delivery, it's going to be fouled straight back to the inning as Stansberry stays alive at 2 balls and 2 strikes with Gus Hemmerger on the second base with 1 out. DH batting the 7-hole here for Nate Story's Braves. 2-2 delivery. Fouled straight back again. Let's keep repeating this, shall we? 2 balls, 2 strikes. See if we can put one in out in some green grass somewhere and bring home Hemmerger for the second. Rivera comes set. The 2-2 offering. Pulled down the left field line, but foul into the bullpen down there as one of the JIH players has to go retrieve that ball. And we'll repeat it all over again.
2-2. Upstairs, Stansberry continues to battle. Now works the count to 3-2.
As we mentioned, winner of this plays at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. The loser will play North Platte, who ousted Lexington earlier today. 10-0 will play at 4 o'clock tomorrow in the elimination game. On the junior side, as we got a pop-up towards the right field. Max underneath of it. He makes the catch. A little bluff there from Hemmerger at second, but he stays put. Makes it 2 away as we bring up the 8-hole hitter in Jackson Brooks.
Brooks doing the catching here this afternoon for JIH, stepping up to the plate with a runner aboard over at second base. That is Owen Ablett. He and Cass now waiting in the on-deck circle. Hastings trying to strike into the run column. They have 3 hits to their total so far here in the first inning and the third, but have been unable to scratch across the run. That might change right now. Ball past the diving second baseman. Ablett being waved around. Owen's going to score, and the Braves are on the board. An RBI single off the bat of, you mentioned it, big hitting Jackson Brooks, and the ribby drives in Ablett, and it's a 1-0 start here for the JIH Braves.
Great piece of hitting there by Jackson Brooks as Madden Jensen there, the second baseman for G.I. Dinsdale, started to come back towards the first base side, and he got crossed up, and he had to dive for it. He almost knocked the ball down, but ball gets squirting through there, and scores Gus Hamburger from second base as we get RBI single from Jackson Brooks to put the Braves up 1-0. Earlier, Hastings 5 Points Bank Chiefs lost their first round yesterday, or 5-3 yesterday in North Platte, as we got a runner down at second base as Jackson Brooks steals from first to second there to put another runner in scoring position here for JIH. But yeah, Hastings 5 Points Bank, they avoid elimination today. 8-0 win over Scotts Bluff out in North Platte on the A7 senior side of it. Now they'll have to meet the loser of GI Home Federal and Kearney. The loser of that game will play an elimination ball game tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock over at Bill Wood Field in North Platte.
2-0 count here to Ian Cass. And off on the pitch once again is going to be Brooks, and this one bobbled over at second base. There will be no play at home, and beating the ball down the line is going to be Cass as he hustles over to first base. It'll be an error on the second baseman, and Brooks will come around to score. 2-0 lead here for the Braves. Put the ball in play, Marcus. Good things will happen.
Absolutely. You took the words right from me. I said, just put the ball in play. Anything can happen. And you know what? You need to have your way in this tournament and come home with the title here. You need to have breaks like that kind of go your way every once in a while. And that's an early break here for JIH as it kept the inning alive as it brings at the top of the order and Trendon Nagat.
2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error on GI Dinsdale. No errors for Johnston Imperial Homes. The order flips, and we're back to the top of the order in Trendon Nagat. The 2-0 advantage. And I've got nobody down, right?
Should have 2 down.
2 down. Oh, they're there. Okay.
I know, it's hard to
That was that's very, very an ill-placed out marker. There's a pitch count underneath that. Okay, now we're square. Figuring it out here. It's the first time I've looked up at the scoreboard all afternoon, as Nagat will try to keep this rally going here in the second. There's a lot of things going on. Ball played out in center field. That one will drop in there for a base knock. And now it's runners at the corners here for the Braves.
Good piece of hitting there from Nagat. Just places it between the shortstop and left fielder and placed that ball perfectly. As we're going to have a meeting here on the mound here. In the corners, 2 outs for Brendan Chris. We're going to right back in position here, and the umpires are getting their signals to each other, a 3-man crew. First pitch offering from Rivera to Chris. Could be in there for a strike, 0-1.
So the 0-1 here with 2 down and runners at the corners. Brendan Chris now at the plate here for the Braves, who are off to a 2-0 start after some timely hitting and some untimely defense if you are a fan of GI Dinsdale. Pitch is in there for a strike. It'll be a no contest as Nagat takes the second base bag on a defensive indifference. So 2 runners in scoring position, but 2 strikes here, so you got to choke up protect. Ball put in play by Chris down the third base line. It's going to go just foul. Game of inches, and that one sounds foul, or shades foul.
Yep, just down the line. It was going fair, and then about the last 10 feet. Curve foul. But staying alive. Get Luigi's going. Staying alive. 0-2 delivery. Good hack there from Chris. Fouled straight back to the fence. Stay alive. 0-2.
You're never allowed to play music in my house. I can't stand disco. Here's the 0-2. We got Chris and Arlt now in the on-deck circle. As JIH tries to tack on a few more here in this bottom half of the second inning. There's a breaking ball that didn't break.
I thought right on the scorecard that was going to be a K, and thankfully I didn't. 1-2 delivery. Out in front of that one. That one hit the top of the batting cage facility here at Memorial Field and going down to the parking lot. It just a little out in front there was Brennan Chris. Waiting on it just a little bit.
So the 1-2 to Brennan with 2 aboard here for the Braves. And Chris fouls this one as the battle will continue. And you know, the biggest thing this does, Marcus, not so much just in terms of standing up there and being determined, but in the area tournament, as you're working your way through the area tournament, pitch count becomes a really, really big factor. And when you have battles like this that voiced up that pitch count, it can be really tough on some of the opposing clubs. It's a pop-up first base side. Camping out underneath it's going to be Johnny the Jet. He makes the out, and the second inning has come to a close. But not before the Braves strike for 2. 3 hits in the inning. There was 1 error for G.I. Dinsdale. Braves push across 2. They've got the 2-0 lead. We're going to the third here from Memorial Field. You're listening to Juniors Baseball here on Extreme Sports 2.
There is still plenty of time to enjoy the Southern Hills Golf Course of Hastings. Call or go online to book your tee times and enjoy this 18-hole, par 72 course that offers fun and challenges for all skill levels. The greens at the Southern Hills Golf Course are large and a delight to putt on. After the round, relax in the newly remodeled clubhouse with plenty of TVs to enjoy your favorite sporting events and grab some great food, including pizza, burgers, a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, or your favorite appetizer. Don't forget to book the clubhouse for an upcoming event. Just give Southern Hills Golf Course a call or go online at southernhillshastings.com. The Southern Hills Golf Course is located just off Highway 6 on Southern Hills Drive. Swing by today.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Yeah, welcome back to Extreme Sports 2. Tyson Nevronic, Marcus Metcalf with you here from Memorial Field in Kearney as the Braves push across 2 in the second inning to take the advantage here, trying to play themselves into prime time tomorrow night against the winner of another Grand Island team, this being Grand Island 5 points, so don't be confused. We've got a Hastings 5 points on the seniors side of things, Grand Island 5 points on the juniors side of things. They're going to be going up against Kearney later on here this evening, and the winner of that matchup plays primetime against the winner of this one, which is currently the JIH Braves. Chopper foul here from Johnny Rogers as he steps up to the plate. Madison Jensen waiting in the on-deck circle before the lineup flips here for Dinsdale. It's 0-1. So 0-2. And that one misses on the outside corner. One-two delivery. And it swung on and missed. Strikeout there for Quinn Simmons as he picks up yet another K, and that'll bring up the 9-hitter Madden Jensen to the plate with Aiden Schweiger waiting in the on-deck circle. Nice pitch there from Simmons to get the K. High and tight.
Yeah, Simmons has done a pretty good job today keeping his pitch count low, getting out of innings pretty quickly, and And JI actually did a good job offensively to get their starting pitcher up there in the pitch count.
Well, and just the way that Simmons was able to get the jam shots in the second inning. You know, we gave up the leadoff double, and it was like Dinsdale was starting to threaten a little bit, and we're able to get one slow roller down the third base side, and the runner, unable to advance on the play. Then you get the slow roller. So just, I mean, it's smart pitching too. It's pitching to contact. It's knowing that we've got a good defense behind us, and so far everything from Simmons has been in the zone as this one gets up and over the high netting here at Memorial Field and into the stands, and we'll see the 2-2 upcoming here. Top of the third inning, 2-0. The JIH Braves out in front here in what would, I guess, officially be called the second round of the Area 7 tournament, although first game here for the Braves, they picked up the top seed and picked up the bye. And so the Braves trying to take advantage of that with one less day of baseball. Pitch on the outside corner, freezes up Madden Jensen. He was heading down the first base bag. He thought he drew the walk. Home plate umpire sits him down, and it's back-to-back Ks here for the hard-throwing Quinn Simmons. Lineup flips Aiden Schweiger now to the plate.
Schweiger struck out in the first inning here at start the game off, so Simmons already punched him out once. His first pitch in there beautifully for a strike.
An 0-1. Top of the third inning, 2-0 score. Braves with 2 runs on 5 hits. They've committed no errors in the contest, and that will look to continue as it's a slow roller to the third base side, fielded by Drake, firing over to Himberger in time. 5-3 put up, 3 up, 3 down for Dinsdale. It'll be bottom of the third coming up with the Braves on top, 2-0. It's American Legion baseball coverage. You're on Extreme Sports 2.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.